Hey guys, this is Mr. Salah64 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at iOS 6. This once again is a WWDC recap, just like my previous version of this playlist, which was about the new Macs. I should have called that new MacBooks, but nonetheless, I'm happy with my title. Okay, my last video was quite long, so hopefully I'm going to keep this one quite compact. If you want more information on all this, just go to the link in the description. It's there for your convenience. It will be a bit.ly link to this exact page, so you can read everything through for yourself. Okay, so the first thing is that iOS 6 is going to be released this fall. Everyone says it's going to be when the new iPhone comes out. This is pretty much sense. It's going to happen. It's pretty obvious. And it's got a bunch of new features, such as the first one, which is Maps. This is basically because Apple bought a couple of map companies recently. Sorry if there's echo, I'm in my kitchen at the moment. But anyway, Apple bought a few map companies and basically has got rid of Google Maps because obviously Google owns Android and they're a competitor, so they want away with them as much as they can possibly, which makes perfect sense. And from the screenshots which you'll see here, they've done a pretty nice job. I mean, it looks really nice. They've got 3D images of cities which you can fly around. They've got great detail on the maps. They've got turn-by-turn navigation, which looks really nice and crisp, especially on these Retina displays of the iPhone 4S, iPod Touch, iPad, etc. So that looks pretty good. You can pinch to zoom, tilt and rotate, quite like you can on the MacBook Pros with the multi-touch trackpad. So that's a nice thing. Beautifully designed from the ground up and the sky down, so that's what I was saying about the 3D mapping. Obviously if you're over cellular, which is obviously network coverage like 3G, this will take longer to build these cities, and I presume use more of your data plan. So that's just a thing to watch out. They've got real-time traffic updates and everything. It just looks really nice and really well designed as well. It just looks a lot better than Google Maps. I'm currently on Android. I'm making the switch to iOS this year, and this is a feature I'm going to be quite excited for because I do use turn-by-turn navigation quite frequently. Next up is Siri. This is something that everyone wanted when the new iPad was released, but it didn't come through. So this is going to be really good. Siri on the new iPad. Obviously you've got this on the iPhone 4S/4 already, but now Siri is coming to the iPad, and she's going to be better than ever. She'll be able to tell you people's heights. She'll be able to show you what's on at the theatre, what scores for football teams or whatever, the scores for them for this season, etc., etc. General things you can do in the iPhone 4S. And also understanding you better is just a basic thing, understanding what you say, because Siri is server based, so she can be updated all of the time. As you see here, they've got the Maps logo. It looks quite like the Google Maps logo if I remember correctly, but a little bit nicer. Next feature is Facebook. Quite like they did with iOS 5, integrating Twitter. They're integrating Facebook into their new iOS 6 for both the for all of the iPhones, iPads, and iPod Touches. They're compatible with it. So basically, you've got things such as you can share links from web pages. This is something like the share you see here. They've got mail. You can share it via mail, Twitter, Facebook, etc. You can sort of pin it on as an attachment. You've also got your contacts and calendar. Sorry if I'm going fast, guys. So basically this is a feature that's come across basically from Android, but Apple hasn't copied Android, as I know a lot of people say they have, but they haven't. Basically it'll import all your Facebook contacts, all their emails, their addresses, their birthdays, their phone numbers, everything into your contacts list. So this is a nice thing. So if you want to call someone, their picture will come up, their profile picture will come up when you're calling them, and that just makes life a lot easier. You can like apps and songs on the iTunes Store or the App Store. So as you can see here, Cut the Rope Experiments HD. 3 people on Facebook of this person's friends have liked this. You can also like it by hitting this button here, and basically that shows people, your friends, that you recommend this, you like it. You know, it's a good thing to buy, because especially with the apps that you have to buy yourself, this is going to be a really great feature, because if it's say $6 or £6, whatever it is, and you've got say 5 friends liking it, you're sort of thinking, okay, it sounds a bit less of a risk for that. So that's deep integration with Facebook. Next up is shared photo streams. You can share your photo stream with whoever you like, and people can comment on them, etc. It's only the people that you select and the photos that you select that will be shared. This isn't a huge thing, but it's just a nice little feature, because you can sort of comment on things. You can have notifications if someone adds to your family album, you know, to their family album, sorry. Also, it's got here on web. You can view photos online. That's kind of like a mobile me sort of thing, but it's going to be a lot nicer and a lot more crisp than mobile me. Next up here we've got Passbook. This has been made by other companies as well, but Apple has taken it to the next level. Generally you'll see these being used for gift cards, vouchers, etc. But now you can have loyalty cards, cinema tickets, flight bookings, pretty much everything. As you can see here, we've got Target, Fandango. I've never heard of that. I think it's a US place. Starbucks, obviously I've heard of that. Amtrak, that's obviously a train. Apple Store, obvious. United, NY versus SF, is that? That's baseball. And something W. I'm not in the US, so I'm not too clued up on these things. But basically, this is a great feature, because say you're going into Starbucks like they've got here, you've got your own custom barcode, you've got your balance there and your nickname for it. And they will be displayed like this on your device, and you basically hold it up to the barcode scanner, it will scan it and it will deduct it virtually from your account. Okay guys, I must apologise for that. You heard a bell go in the background. Someone just came to pick up a parcel we had for return. But anyway, where was I? Time and location based. Okay, I haven't actually heard much about this. Okay, so I think it's just kind of a reminder. So say you've got your flight booked, this will just be a reminder for you of, say you've got it here, United today at 12:04 PM. So that's quite a nice little feature. FaceTime over cellular or network. This is a really nice feature that a lot of people thought would come a lot sooner, but it hasn't. Basically, beforehand you've had to be on Wi-Fi for FaceTime. Now you can do it over 3G, 4G. Basically, you do need 3G or 4G for the connectivity, but it's nice that they've included this, even though it should have been something a while back. Next up is phone. Send to voicemail, reply with message, remind me later, it's your call. Okay, so basically you can slide to answer, or you can just hit this little button here, and you'll still have the option to answer or decline if you change your mind. But you can reply with a message, such as these ones here: I'll call you later, I'm on my way, what's up, or you can write a custom one, or you can remind me later. What this will do is it will take it up, and basically you can set like a geofence. As you can see here, remind me later will show a geofence around your house, for instance. So when you get home, it will remind you to call someone. That is a really nice feature. I'm going to be looking forward to that. Mail, an even better email experience delivered. Okay, so you've got a VIP inbox. So it's people that you put in there. If you get an email from them, it's a priority email. Sorry guys, high CPU usage. I don't have much CPU, so if it's high, it's not good. Photos and videos to your email messages with just a few taps. So this is basically making everything easier and smoother in the mail client. Not too much of an update, but it's still something that's there. Next up is Safari. You've got the iCloud tabs. This works in conjunction with your MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs, iMacs, all Macs basically. Say you've got something open on your iPhone, as you see here. This is what you've got open on your iPhone. You can open those on your iPad. This is what's open on his MacBook Air. Open these on your iPad. You can open them anywhere. You've got an offline reading list, so you can add something to the reading list and read it later if you're not on a cellular network. I presume what this will do is it will basically download the web page and save it, so you're still using your data plan, but it's just if you're not in a good area, you'll get it a lot quicker. Also, full screen landscape, take websites full screen with a tap. That's quite a nice feature, but pretty simple one at that. Accessibility. Okay, so basically what this is you can limit what someone can use. So say you've got a child aged, I don't know, 6, you're letting them use your iPad, they're sensible and stuff, but you don't want to click on things such as, you know, the home button, or as you see here, hardware buttons always off. You can change that, whether they can close the app, whether they can do things such as go back to the start menu. You can basically restrict on everything they do, which is a nice feature. This could also be used in schools for, say, if a student has a tendency to go on the internet instead of going on a maths app. You can restrict that, and that's pretty good. Find My iPhone. Stay on the trail of your iPhone. Okay, so basically, I think this is going to work in conjunction with the new Maps app. So you can also find your friends, see where they are, see if you want to meet up. You can also sort of track it, so it's basically like HTC Sense. You can set it to call if you've lost it, which happens a lot. Happened last night for me actually, and it works great. You can press call, it will call it at its loudest volume, and you'll be able to find it. Remodeled stores, basically nothing too big here. It's just the stores are going to look a bit nicer, be a bit easier to see things from. So basically, also they're going to integrate Facebook with that, and of course you've got the new features for China, developing apps for iOS. Okay, so the compatible devices with iOS 6 are the iPhone 3GS, the iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, 4th generation iPod Touch, iPad 2, and the new iPad. Obviously the new iPad with Retina display, so everything's going to look a bunch nicer. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below. It does help me out a lot. If you want to see the rest of this playlist, please just go to my channel and it'll be under WWDC Recap. Click on that and you'll see all 3 videos in this series. This is the second in our series. Next up, and the final one, is Mountain Lion. So in Mountain Lion, I'm going to be talking about all the new features and how it's going to be integrated with iOS 6. I realise this video has dragged on for quite a while, so I must apologise for that. I said it was hopefully going to be short, but it's turned out to be sort of 3 to 5 minutes longer than my previous video. Anyways guys, like I said, if you did enjoy, please comment, like, and subscribe down below. It helps me out a bunch, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!